Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure my audio is on point. Welcome, everybody. Beetle, don't look back. I feel like I only see two people here in the chat. There might just be only two people in the chat. Welcome, everybody. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Let's give the people some time to get in here. I just let everybody know that we are live. We are live. We are live. Hopefully, everybody can get their notifications. If you got your notification, let me know. But let me see what's going on. Hold up, y'all. Let me make sure I got everything set up over here on my end. Welcome, everybody. For those that are coming through, thank you so much for hitting that. I appreciate everybody. Welcome. Hey, Ingrid. I see you, Mags. Beetle, yay. Beans Mom, welcome. Said I made it live. Hey, Bushfire, welcome, welcome, love. Shout out to you. Who else? Don't look back. Welcome. Hey, Heidi, Intergalactic, Mary. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Rhonda. How you doing, love? Welcome. Is it Cripple? Welcome, Cripple. Yes, everybody. So you got your notification. Well, that's good to know. Hey, Nebulous. Welcome, welcome. Let the people. Oh, we got 50 some people watching, and we just started. Welcome, everybody. Not today. Grace is here. Shout out to Grace. Okay, welcome. Lovey Cats, welcome. Dee Dee, I see you. Jen, I see you. Welcome, everybody. Ooh, Ashley, get better. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry. Okay, good. Are you sure? Says Rabbit. I was notified by YT and Discord today. Thank you. You got your notification. Well, that's good, Rem. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the people. First of all, let me shout you guys for those that have renewed your memberships. Thank you so much again for your continued support of my channel. Y'all don't have to support me, but you do. And that means a lot to me. Okay. And I was thinking about that, woke up today and I said, I am really freaking lucky because I got really great, massive supporters here on this channel. And every day, I don't know. It's like I only do this for about an hour and I might have a bad day or whatever, but y'all like make it better. So thank you so much for doing that. Thank you. Tinkle Tits. Oh my, somebody grab Tinkle Tits. Oh my God, Tinkle Tits. Tinkle Tits just gifted 20 memberships, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Yo, I'm already getting sweaty and I haven't even started. Put a heart in the chat if you got a membership from Tinkle. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to you. Oh, I feel so happy. Thank you, Tinkle Tits. You just made my day. Welcome, everybody, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're about to get started. Hey, Ashley. Hey, everybody, guys. If you got a membership from Tinkle, please put a heart in the chat. I see a lot of people that got memberships. I believe might be in the bushes. Welcome, welcome. And, come out of the bushes and say hello. Like, don't be rude. Say hi to the people in the chat. Okay, Tinkle Tits. You just... Tinkle Tits, why are you making it rain? What's going on? Tinkle. Freaking. Okay, so Tinkle Tits just gifted another 10. Y'all put a heart in the chat. Thank you, Tinkle Tits. Thank you. Man, Tinkle, I swear. I swear. I might need a refill of my drink. It's getting hot in here. Thank you, Tinkle Tits. You're amazing. Thank you. So he just gifted like 30 memberships, y'all. Everybody should have gotten a membership at this point. Thank you. Hey, Miyu. Hope you're doing well. All right, guys. We got to get started. We have so much to cover as far as stories go. Let me ask you guys a question. Did you guys watch our video earlier? Because I want to make sure that everybody understands where I'm going to be like pivoting to. The video earlier was about adaptive cape. Maybe we should start there. Okay. Let me know. I know. Make it rain hearts. Make it rain hearts in the chat for Tinkle Tits. Thank you, love. Let me do a little poll. Bring out the trolls. Welcome, everybody. Let's do I am here. I am here for, and of course, I'm gonna put myself in there now because you guys have told me to do that. Let's see. Adaptive Kate. Welcome, everybody. Jeff, reporter from Las Vegas. I'm typing, so I'll look at the chat here in a minute. And then Scott Peterson, Lacy Peterson. What else? What else did I miss? I think that's it. Okay. Y'all go vote, please, and thank you. And I just saw Tinkle Tits. You just gifted another 10. My goodness. All right, Tinkle. I love you, Tinkle. There's Tinkle Tits. Listen, we are getting started. Thank you so much, Tinkle Tits. You're amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Again, Triple again. Look at this. Tickleton's just gifted like 40 memberships at this point. Thank you. I gotta do a little bit more. Let's put some balloons for Tinkle Tits. Thank you, Tinkle Tits. You're amazing. Thank you. Feel like it's my birthday and it's not, but thank you. I know. Tinkle, are you stuck on the gifting? Thank you, but be careful. All right. Go vote, guys, so we can get started. We can get this party going. Look at this. 73% said we're here for Rabbit. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Um, looking at the poll right now, and it looks like we're gonna get started with thank you. We're gonna get started with let's get started with adaptive Kate since I've already started there. So, for those that are not familiar, I just did a video like a couple hours ago, and it was a breakdown of a situation that's happening regarding a creator. She's actually from TikTok, but she's been interviewed here on YouTube, specifically on Hidden True Crime, where she talked about having gone through similar issues like MBP, okay, Munchausen by proxy disorder, okay, and I don't think I'm even saying it correctly because I could never say Munchausen, so I'm going to call it MBP or factitious disorder. All right, now she kind of came into popularity when Gypsy Rose was being released from prison because the people were wondering what is going on, like her story, and also, people were looking into Gypsy Rose. So Adaptive Kate's family is working with a blogger who's basically exposing a lot of things that Adaptive Kate doesn't want out. Okay. One of those meaning, one of those being that she doesn't have this disorder, that her mom never really abused her, and it's gotten pretty big. Adaptive Kate has like over 190,000 subscribers early, like in her TikTok. And so people are feeling some type of way about it. People are feeling like you kind of cheated the people here and you're gaslighting the people. And it's all coming back to her. So that's the expose that we did earlier. Yeah, Kate Pixie, that's what I heard too. Kate said that Gypsy Rose, her story is very similar to Gypsy Rose. Carlotta, shout out to you. Thank you for being a member for 3 months. No worries, love. Make sure if you guys are members, you guys use your thing to, let me know how long y'all been here, okay? Really, because you guys have been supporting me for a long time. Thank you. You say you're coming out to the bush, say hello, always watch, but never make. Oh, well, Marcy, thank you for coming. Yes. So I did a video earlier. I suggest you guys watch it, okay? Family of Adaptive Kate has said, listen, we didn't do all these things that you're saying. You're lying. 190,000 TikTok followers and the girl is lying. It's not looking good, right? Also, think about it this way. I believe it was exposed that she makes about $300 a video, one video. That's a lot of money on TikTok. Some of us don't do that. I definitely don't make $300 a video. That'd be great, but I don't. So for her to kind of been exposed and all that other stuff, that's like interesting. People are talking about the fact that she is mimicking some of what Gypsy Rose has put out there. She's also been a victim. I mean, she didn't, do nothing to her mom, but keep that in mind, okay? Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. If you watch that video, let me know what you guys think. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Is she a victim? Is she not a victim? What do you guys think? Is she scamming the people? What is Adaptive Kate doing? That's what I want to know. That's it. That's all. Okay. Let me shout out some people that are coming in. Raby, thank you for being a member for 3 months. Shout out to Raby. Thank you, love. Marilee, a member for 4. Thank you, my love. Teresa, a member for 5. And Oneida, a member for 6. My goodness, y'all. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Oh, y'all. Oh man. Shout out to Tickle Tits. Somebody, I think Tickle Tits button is stuck on the gifting. Tickle Tits, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Oh my God. Like, honestly, I don't know. Look at Tinkle Tits is making it rain on the rabbit. Look at this. I might have to do some pole dancing for you. What are you doing? Thank you. No, Tinkle, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I know it's like stuck or something. Tinkle Tits won the lottery. Thank you, Chico. Shout out to you. Please, thank you for letting everybody know about the Discord. Thank you. Thank you. If you're a new member, there's a Discord link. I hope not, because I don't want to get an email later that says, listen, Rabbit, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. That has happened before. One time somebody sent me like a $300 super chat, and then they were like, well, we meant to send you a $3.99 one. I was like, I can't do anything. If you guys send it, I can't do anything. So please note, like the creator can't refund you. If you send it, note that. But thank you, Tinkle Tits. I appreciate it. I might do some pole dancing or something. Thank you. I'm just joking. I have no poles, so I can't do no pole dancing. Welcome, everybody. All right. Hey, Shrinky Sharon. All right, so let's get it together. Y'all are amazing. Thank you. Thank you. So that's what's going on with Adoptive Kate. Check out my last video. It's a really good breakdown, and I talk a little bit about it. What are my thoughts? Here's the deal, is that people are coming on the internet and giving stories about, and good. Let me be very clear. It's important to believe people when they're making a statement and they're sharing their trauma. Please note that. But it's starting to become a situation where everybody here on the internet has access to the internet. We got Google and we can look things up. If something doesn't make sense, people are going to look it up. And when you are a victim of, abuse, of a crime or whatever it may be, please note it is hard to come out and know that you will be scrutinized and to the T because of the things that you say. Look at Gypsy Rose right now. Very much scrutinized, right? Everybody's looking at her. And yet she's making her coin doing what she's doing, okay? So think about it that way. Think about it that way. If you're coming out and it's making it harder, so please don't lie about things like this. And if you do lie, own up to it, sit on it, and take accountability. If you misinform the people, do that, own up to it, take accountability. You said, I find it important to hear people. Exactly, Petty. Hear people out because you never know like what the story is going to be, what the situation is going to be. Please don't get me wrong. Please don't get me wrong. But it's becoming very, very hard to hear people out nowadays because the people are giving different stories. You know what I mean? So please note that. Just I don't know. So the girl left social media. She's gone. Her account is gone on TikTok. You cannot find an Adoptive Kate in there. You can't. So the girl lies and then she's like, I'm out of here. What did she think was going to happen? That the family wasn't going to come out? That's what I want to know. Shell, thank you for being a member for 6 months. And Shrinking Sharon, thank you for renewing your membership, love. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Oh my. And Tinkle Tits just gifted 10 more memberships. Oh, Tinkle, thank you so much. Again, Lord have mercy. Thank you, Tinkle Tits. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all ready? That's Adaptive Kate. Check out the video. Thank you, Tinkle. If you got a membership from Tinkle, put a heart in the chat. He's been gifting all over the social media streets. Thank you. Okay, let's get it together and let's review what the poll says at this point. Thank you. All right. So let's talk about Laci Peterson, you guys. Oh my God. How many of you guys have watched the Laci Peterson documentary from Netflix? Let me know. What do you guys think in the comments about it? It came out on Netflix. Now, here's the deal. We have the Laci Peterson documentary on Netflix, which I did a little review on it. And I might go back and pull some other pieces because I've rewatched it a couple times. And now I feel like, all right, I feel like I know kind of my thoughts more behind it. So I might do a little different review on it as well. Okay. Laci Peterson family spoke out. And there are competing documentaries at this point. You have the Netflix one that was just released on the 14th. And then you have one that is going to be released by Peacock. That is going to be Scott Peterson speaking out after X amount of years. And I was really thinking about this, you guys. I was really thinking about this. I said, Scott hasn't talked to the media in 20 years. Okay. What do you think Scott's going to say to us now? Because I could tell you right now, he's going to say, I didn't kill my family, right? That's what he's going to say because he's been saying that. What do we expect to be different at this point? And I was thinking, I was like, well, what if he's already said this and the magazines have already picked up on this and whatnot? Mary Lee's like, where's Benson? I'm just wondering, y'all. I was thinking, really thinking about this. What is Scott's Like, what is Scott going to say to us that we don't already know? Does that make sense? Like, I know that it's like, and I want him to talk. Don't get me wrong. I want him to talk. But what is Scott Peterson going to say different at this point? You say you want to hear about Laci, but really want to grab it and change my vote. Shout out to Max. Thank you, thank you. He's gonna deny, blame. Scott only courts the media for gain for himself. Shell, but he hasn't spoken out in like 20 years. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be right there trying to listen to what he has to say because I want to know, is this the same Scott Peterson that sat right in front of what's her name? Not Barbara Walters, Diane Sawyer was sitting there and was interviewing and was like, I did not, I didn't do anything. What is he going to say different? Hey, Margot, what is he going to say different? What is he going to do? That's what I want to know. That's honestly, we want to know. You said 20 years is a long time to write your story. That's right. It really is. It gives you time and opportunity to think about everything. That's the other thing too. Y'all, I'm on the fence on this case. Okay, and I've said this before in my other videos. I'll say it again because I can say it and I just what I feel. I personally still feel like Scott Peterson is responsible for the death of Lacy Peterson. But I also feel like the investigation was very shitty. And because the investigation was very shitty, this man could potentially get a new trial. And if that is the case, I'm all for a new trial because they should have gotten it right the very first time. Does that make sense? They should have interviewed everybody that they needed to interview. They should have did what they needed to do. There's no excuse for not interviewing certain people, not turning in evidence, not doing different things like that. That's my issue. And because of that, whether, he did, don't get me wrong, I feel it in my heart. I'm like, this guy is just something's up, but he should have gotten a fair trial. All of the evidence should have been presented. That's what I feel like needs to happen. And I don't know if that actually happened. And because of that incompetence and because of Modesto PD and because of, the Bocchini, Detective Bocchini and his Linguini, that's the problem. That's the problem. That's, if anything, there it is. Right? Deborah's like, just like the Karen Reed. That's what I'm saying. If Karen Reed's investigate, look, if they would have done a right job by the investigation, we wouldn't be having this conversation anymore. We really wouldn't. Cajun Mama says, I believe he's guilty, guilty, guilty. Tinkle Tits has gifted again, y'all. Please drop some hearts in the chat for my Tinkle Tits. Thank you, Tinkle Tits. Oh my goodness, Tinkle Tits. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Exactly, Tiffany. That's my point, is that regardless of how crappy people are, they deserve a fair trial. That's the point that I'm trying to make. It doesn't matter. He, in my opinion, I say, I don't know, something gives me that feeling that he did kill his wife, okay, an unborn child, but he deserves a fair trial. That I do believe. That's it. That's all. Everybody deserves a fair trial. Yes. Thank you, Petty. I love this. I love that you said this, Petty. If we expect the justice system to work for the best of us, we need it to work for the worst of us. Yes. Let me play this video. I'm going to get my drink because I need part 3 of energy drink because I'm tired. And y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments as we're watching this.
And that's very prominent and coming out right around this anniversary, or was this sort of a coincidence?
It really was a bit of a coincidence. When I first started on this project, there were rumblings of this other documentary, and I knew that it was happening. I didn't know exactly what their story was. I didn't know exactly what my story was, to be completely honest. And I really started researching, and I knew that there had been appeals, and I knew that Scott Peterson obviously had been in the news recently, but I didn't really. I remember moments of the case, but I didn't remember all of the details. And so as I started really researching into the details, that's when I really knew what the story became. And
so it was a coincidence that there's another Scott Peterson documentary. There's a coincidence at this point. This is what they're saying. They weren't expecting it. And Tinkle Tits just gifted another 20, y'all. Oh my God. Let me open this up, y'all. ASMR for those. Thank you, Tinkle. Oh my God, Tinkle. Thank you so much. Again, Jesus. I don't even think we have enough, all those people that you've gifted for. Thank you so much. I won't give it back to you. I promise. Thank you. Oh my God. I know, Cheeks. Collect the devices. Thank you so much. I think everybody's gotten a membership. Thank you so much. You said we need to ensure everyone gets a fair trial. Anyone could be accused of something at this point, guilty or not. I couldn't agree. I agree. I agree. I know, Chico. I'm pretty sure we got over 100 at this point. Thank you, Tinkletits. Thank you. You know I love you very much. Thank you.
And it really has been recently when the Peacock documentary came out and it coincided with the release of this one. I think we honestly both just finished at the same time.
Wow.
Well, it's actually really remarkable because together they make this competing case almost like a trial, you know, in documentary form. I'm curious about what you discovered, because we all feel like we've lived this case. Some of us have been doing it, you know, since the early part of the 2000s. What did you find out that you hadn't heard before? What'd you see?
It's hard for me to really pinpoint what it was that I hadn't heard before or what I had forgotten. But what was so remarkable to me, or what I'd forgotten, I guess, was just the role that Amber Fry played in this entire thing, and how she was recording secretly all of these conversations with Scott. I didn't know at the time that was happening, and nobody really knew that was happening except...
You know what? That is an important point, y'all. I was thinking about this too. I didn't know that Amber Fry was like recording all the conversations, right? Which is, I mean, I think they were trying to get Scott Peterson to confess. Honestly, he didn't even know he was being recorded. You know what I mean? It's weird, but that's a good point. Something to think about. Yes, thank you. Lacey's mom done a list if she was or wasn't guilty regarding these actions, and I'd have loved to have seen that list, says Shells. Thank you, Tico. Says you're welcome. I'll just remember to renew your memory. Oh, thank you, Tico. You're amazing. Thank you. What are you guys thinking about? All right. What do you feel like about Amber Fry having recorded all these conversations with Scott Peterson? Because they were trying to get a confession from him. That's what they were trying to do. Was that wrong? Did they already pinpoint their man or who did it? And that way they were like, what is it? Tunnel vision to one person and not really looking at everybody else. That's something to think about, because I didn't even consider that.
Except for Amber and the Modesto Police Department until the trial happened, and when they played those tapes in the trial. So that to me was incredibly interesting. Listening, I think we got something like 8 hours of tapes that we listened to. Only a fraction of that really appears in the documentary.
Wow.
But that she came forward so quickly as soon as she figured out that Scott Peterson, the man that she was dating, that she didn't know was married, and his wife was missing. The night she found out, she called the police, and pretty much the next day started recording conversations.
One other thing in the doc that I wanted to ask you about was Sharon Rocha, the mother of Laci Peterson. You know, oftentimes the victim gets forgotten, especially when there were all these appeals. And Scott Peterson's been in the news a lot for the LA Innocence Project. But Sharon is still in mourning decades later. And I think she said something to you I hadn't heard before, that she had a bad feeling about Scott from the get-go. I never knew that.
Ooh, hold up. Dawn says they knew and she took a plea deal so she couldn't get arrested. You think she knew and just kind of played dumb? See, I mean, aren't plea deals pretty public though? I'm kind of curious about that, because people have said they have side-eye Amber Fry, but I honestly think that, I don't know. I do kind of wonder about this. Now, I know they did it within the law to record Scott Peterson, but they were hoping for a confession from him, right?
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I had always thought, because of the media and how it was presented, and because of what she had said before as well, that it was really when she learned about Amber Fry that they publicly turned against Scott. But when we sat down and I was able to talk to her, she said that she'd had a gut feeling kind of from the very beginning. And what was really interesting to me was why she didn't talk to Laci about it, or why even after Laci went missing, that she didn't question Scott more. And it came down to if Laci, or when Laci came home at that moment in time, and she had to explain to Laci that she had questioned Laci's husband, Scott, Like, how is she going to have that conversation with her daughter? I think she regrets it now, but ultimately it really is interesting how she really comes back to Sharon Rocha, comes back to trust your gut. And I think it's something we can all kind of remember.
You know what stood out to me? When Laci went missing, Scott didn't call her missing at all. Scott did it. It was Laci's family that called the police that reported her missing. It wasn't Scott. That's what stood out to me. Tinkle Tits just gifted again, you guys. Please put a heart in the chat for Tinkle Tits. Please and thank you. Thank you, Tinkle Tits. You're amazing. Thank you again. It said, I think the robbers across the street saw Amber, and that's why the tapes. She's a piece. Oh, a piece of the tape. Is that what you mean? Is that what you mean? Yeah, Heidi. So when Laci went missing, Scott didn't call Laci missing. It was Laci's family who called her in missing. That I'm like, but you're the husband. Why is somebody else? Scott was calling Sharon, was calling everybody, talking about she's missing. But when, like, why wouldn't her husband call her in missing? That was just, to me, that was the biggest red flag. That's just my thought. Tinkle Tits again. Thank you so much for gifting. Hey, Wim. Welcome, everybody, guys. Thank you so much. I can't be convinced Scott did this alone. Oneida, that's what people have said. That's what people are like, listen, what's up with this? What's going on? What's the deal? You know, because did he do it alone? Did he act alone? What happened? It's a lot of questions. Also, please note, hold up. I will be dropping the Discord link for the members on the community wall in membership only. I know you guys are asking for it. I'll be doing it after this live, okay? Just hang tight. You see, yeah, he was unbothered, right? He was unbothered. It's a lot. So we have two competing documentaries. If you've watched the Netflix one, let me know in the chat. Tell me your thoughts about it. Watch the other videos where we did reviews on it. And then there's the one that's dropping here tomorrow. It's dropping tomorrow. So we'll be watching that and doing a review of it as well. Get caught up so you can review with us, okay? And if you can't, that's okay. I mean, we already know the story of Laci Peterson. Some of us are well aware of it, you know, if you've been following it and whatnot. Okay, let's get it together. Welcome, everybody, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Hold up. And let me look at the poll. All right, the last story I want to talk about, okay? Hoo-wee, man. This one, shout out to the subby that sent me a heads up about the story. Now, this subby sent me a heads up about the story months ago. There is a politician in Las Vegas who was being exposed by an investigative journalist. And this politician decided, in my opinion, based on what they have so far, I believe that he did murder this investigative journalist. And, you know, I saw this story months ago in a episode of 48 Hours, but I started kind of getting curious because I wanted to read some of the articles that this journalist wrote on this politician and all these other people that he was writing. I mean, this journalist was looking at the mob. This journalist was exposing certain things. It was because of this journalist's writings that a lot of people came to justice. Hey, Mo, welcome. I haven't seen you in a minute. Welcome. You said Nancy Grace convicted him long before he was arrested. I don't know how I feel about all this. He's a total sketch, but wouldn't he be after being vilified on national? See, here's the deal, right? Speaking of Nancy Grace, we are going to watch a clip of Nancy Grace because she did break this down a little bit. And I don't think it was her that, I mean, this is something that they've been looking at. The, what is it? Is it the Nevada Journal Review or something like that, where Jeff used to work? They also participated in the investigation to catch this guy. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. We're going to watch the
suspected killer,
Nancy Grace. Here we go. Hold up.
Caught on surveillance video, dressed as a road worker, donning an orange work shirt, wide straw hat, and gloves, approaching Gehrman's home.
Okay, What do we know? We know that this Vegas official is accused of not just a sex affair with an employee, that's bad enough, but a so-called toxic workplace where employees were mistreated and bullied. When employees asked for a change, asked for improvement, no one would listen. Can you imagine that? One politician not calling the other one on foul play? Nothing was done. There was no change at all. So what do? They call an investigative reporter. They call Jeff German, well known in the area for busting corruption in the government. There he is. He's dead. It's not just about a toxic affair. It's so much deeper than that. Listen.
Robert Tellis sort of started on this is an office with a history of problems, and he would come in and help clean it up. And what employees told the Review Journal is that did not happen, and it seems that issues continued, and he's their boss and sort of bullied employees and made things even worse.
I heard Straight back out to Jaewon Jun joining us, KTNV. Explain to me what exactly was alleged about the office.
And let me tell you, all those people that made allegations against Robert Tellis, who is being accused of murdering the journalist, Jeff, okay? All of these people, they all sat down and they did interviews with 48 hours. And I had to sign up to just review some of the old articles that Jeff was writing. It's just very interesting. This, may he rest in peace, okay? But literally he was out there exposing corruption, exposing the mobs, exposing everybody. Iron Rabbit, no worries, love. Shout out to you. Send some hearts to you, okay, love? I hope you're doing well. Exposing the mob, doing all kinds of things. And I'm just sitting there like, he had a lot of enemies. So I kind of, where you said right here, who is it? You said, I'm so out of spoons, so I'm a forked. Shout out to you. When you said, it feels like people just hounded into one person and didn't really pay attention to others. He's an investigative journalist that's also like exposing different things. So you do have to kind of wonder, what other enemies did he have? Okay. So he was up for re-election as an administrator, Robert Tellis was, and all of that went into jeopardy when there was a video that was exposed of him meeting one of the coworkers in the back of the seat of a car at a parking lot. And who was filming? The coworkers. They were all filming, who has meetings in the back of their car with their coworkers? Let me know. Shout out to Tinkle Tits, who just gifted again, y'all. If you got a gift from Tinkle, please put a heart in the chat. Thank you, Tinkle Tits. Shout out to you. Jordy T. But I mean, it's the news right now. Shout out to you, Jordy T. I hear what you're saying, though. Spoons and forks. I hear what you're saying.
And what did this mean to Robert Tellis? What was his position?
Robert Tellis was the county public administrator, which a lot of people will be like, well, what is a county public administrator? It is a low-level elected official, basically the person who oversees the estates of a person who passes away and determines the next of kin. And yeah, people in his office said, because of this alleged affair that was happening in his office, he was asserting favoritism towards one certain employee. Rita Reed, who's the current county public administrator, actually said that she was one of the supervisors in the office, but as soon as Robert Tellis came in as the Clark County public administrator, he allegedly told her that no one would be reporting to her anymore and that everyone would be just reporting to him.
Jaewon Jun, we have a photo of him standing.
Wim, thank you so much for gifting. Shout out to Wim. You guys put some hearts in the chat if you got a membership from Wim. Thank you. Oh my God. All right. And then I got Last Ronin, thank you for gifting. And then Wim just gifted oh Oh my God, y'all are okay, guys. We don't have that many people in the chat, you guys. Thank you. Wim just gifted another 20, y'all. Put a heart in the chat if you got a membership from Twip. There's probably people getting memberships in their emails and they don't even know they got it, y'all. Oh my God. All right. Thank you, guys. Y'all are amazing. Look at Beetle. Beetle's like, make it rain. It's green everywhere. Yo. I know, man, but Jasmine, I got the best people in my chat. Yeah, I got like the best supporters. All right, I'm gonna stop. Y'all gonna make me cry, and I'm trying to talk about Nancy Grace in this case. Can we please? Can y'all let me get through this, please? Because you guys are gonna make me cry. All right, let's go.
Being posed with a woman and 3 children. I'm guessing that's his wife.
Yes, that's correct.
So he had a lot to lose. Now, you referred to him as a low-level county official. What exactly did his office do?
So his office oversees the estates of people when they pass away, and they determine who the next of kin is, so that they could safeguard the decedent's property.
Okay, that's worth killing over. Tell me about this, Jaywan. I understand that he, the low-level county official, Tellis, had been railing against Jeff German for months, really attacking him in an angry series of messages on social media. Why?
So Jeff Gehrman's first article that came out about Tellis's work environment was, I believe, in May of 2022. And I think the headline is something like, Tellis's office is mired in turmoil. Then soon after that, a coroner came in to basically supervise the office and determine if there is corruption going on in the office. And then just a few weeks after that, Tellis lost his re-election bid in the primary. So he was not going to be Clark County Public Administrator anymore.
So he's got a wife with 3 children. He has a series of stories written by German exposing turmoil within his office and claims he was having an affair with an employee. He also has about $120,000 salary. That's going right down the crapper. So
he is facing trial right now. That's what it is. He's facing trial right now. And Robert Tellis is saying that he's been set up. Jeff had DNA in his fingers. Okay. He was brutally attacked. And then he was found 24 hours later outside of his home. He was he brutally attacked. They found all the evidence in Tellis's home. A straw hat, the straw hat that you guys saw that person wearing, and DNA evidence on the fingernails. So I'm just wondering, how was he set up? And that's what he's saying. He said, I've been set up. I've been set up. You said Nancy. Everybody loves, hates Nancy. People kind of go back and forth. Is it somebody's corruption determining? If it's corrupt, I have questions. So Jeff exposed a lot of corruption, right? That was his job, was to expose. And I guess throughout the investigation, they've come about a lot of files. They figured out who and what is going on and all this other stuff. It's a lot going on. But to set up a killing over something like this, it's a lot. It's a lot. That's just my thought. But this guy is no saint. He was sleeping with office staffers. Okay. Literally having affairs with office staffers. That's what he was doing. There's videos out there of him getting in the back of the car. The lady that, he was messing around with, she's a witness in the trial. This is an ongoing trial right now. My thing is it's getting scary. Us YouTubers, we're exposing things. We're doing different things. Anybody can put a hit on you, or anybody can get mad at you and decide to off you for exposing truth. Right? Tinkle Tits, thank you so much for gifting again. Oh my God. Tinkle Tits, and then also Wim again, you guys. Thank you so much. Look at, yo, okay. I think y'all need to stop. Stop, okay? Thank you so much again for gifting. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Thank you. All of you guys are amazing. My goodness. All right. You said it's nuts. It's a super wild story. It really is a super wild story. You know what I mean? Like, it's too much. It's crazy what some people kill, though. For what? For what exactly? Audrey says she's a great reporter. There's just something ... Yes, thank you. Oh man, we got the best people in the house. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Yes, please get those likes up. Thank you so much. It's not even funny, Onita, but like a reporter to do a story is just scary. You know what I mean? It's gotten scary overall, and nothing that you honestly, it's gotten pretty bad. I'm going to say that. And I mean, this is somebody who apparently was well loved, well liked. It wasn't anything, he didn't take threats serious. I mean, the trial is still going on right now, you guys. The trial is going on right now. Honestly, still going on right now, still going. This is him right here. People are coming forward. This is him. This is about a year ago. And this is the details that they had released. These are the evidence.
The state proved to a grand jury that they have ample evidence to bring Robert Tellis to trial, and it's all contained in this more than 70-page transcript showing jurors more than a dozen exhibits like this, leading to his indictment.
In newly released pictures and videos presented to a grand jury, investigative reporter Jeff Gehrman's final moments are chronicled. The state showing a man clad in orange, a large hat, gray shoes, and a dark bag.
So they found the hat, okay? They found the hat. It was cut up into pieces.
Stalking through the neighborhood in a red SUV on September 2nd. Captured on surveillance vids, that man enters Gehrman's side yard and seconds later pounces on him. LVMPD detective Arthur Hawkins testified the bushes had been disturbed as if the man had laid in wait for Gehrman to approach and were left bloody in the attack.
Can you tell us anything?
Police searched Tellis's home on the 4th, finding cut-up gray shoes in a Ziploc bag under his living room couch, a large cut-up hat and a bag in a toolbox in the garage. Metro Detective Clifford Mogg testified the hat, shoes, and black bag also found in Tellis's home.
Yeah, right. Chica's like, not at all suspect. Not at all suspect. DNA is hard to get. Yeah, right. But they found it in his nails. They found it in Jeff's nails. It's just, wow.
Match those worn by the killer. Then the proverbial smoking gun. Forensic techs and scientists testified Tellis's DNA was found under Gehrman's fingernails, with Metro forensic scientist Kimberly Dannenberger saying that there was a 1 in 40.9 septillion chance the DNA belonged to someone else. That's nearly 41, followed by 24 zeros.
Oh my God.
Tellis was indicted by a grand jury on 1 count of murder with a deadly weapon of a person older than 60. He's set to be back in court at 8:30 a.m. In the studio, I'm Sean Delancey.
You said, ooh, this is interesting. Hold up. Let me go back
to a
little bit. Jordy T says, Pixie, one guy I went to school with got killed because he stepped on a guy's shoes accidentally, even offered to get them clean for it. Apparently it was disrespect. Yeah, some people, something else, man. You said LOL. Bacon Bit says, LOL, it's like your chance of winning the lottery, right? I don't even know. I've never seen so many zeros in my life. That's more like I've never seen so many zeros in my life out of the chances. But that, Sharon, right? Like, who cuts up the pieces and the evidence and then decides to hide it? Who does? I suggest you guys watch the 48 hours breakdown of this, because they actually interview the women that got the footage of Robert Tellis having an affair. Everything is, and they share a little bit of everything that they went through while working, with him, but all of it.
I have provided to the county in my conduct that I'm going to be released from my own position. I expect that to happen. That speaks volumes to this court.
Right now, live at 6, Robert Tellis removed from office. More on the ruling from a judge to remove the official from the public administrator's role.
I would hope that they would have removed him, right? Especially with what he was doing and everything and being accused of murder. I would hope that they would have removed him, but the trial is still ongoing. I mean, it's live right now, you guys. Court is in recess for 15 minutes. We're not even seeing a fan. Lady's got really cool earrings, so I'll say that. It's just crazy to me. You say he looks like a puzzle. Somebody was saying that he looks like the Boss Baby. I don't know, like the animation of it. Just imagine. Just imagine. Ingrid's like, that's more than the billion-year contract. Oneida, right? Cutting up your sneakers that's wild. That's wild. Thank you, Ruby's mom. Oh, thank you for being a member for 4 months. I love how you handle these cases. Thank you, love. Don't he look like the Boss Baby? I'm not joking. He's like, don't come for me here, boss. I only know because I've been watching it because Baby Bunny has it on freaking replay. The Boss Baby. He's got that Boss Baby look. I'm not joking. Look, let me show it to you guys. Look. Very similar. He's got the Boss Baby look. Why is the court in recess right now? So, anyways, I've been watching in and out of this trial, and it's been very interesting to hear the officials, everybody talk a little bit about that. Not Uncle Fester. Not Uncle Fester. I'll never understand how people think they'll get away with it. Right, 3andMe. Like, why do you think you're going to get away with this? Pinky and the Brain? Oh, Lord. Dr. Evil definitely given that. Why cut up the evidence? Makes no sense, right? Why did he think he was going to get away with it? And there's literally like 3,000 people in the chat just watching, waiting. But they're in recess. But this thing has been going on for hours. Everybody's been, this is what, 4 hours now? 5 hours? It started a little bit late. But yes, thank you. Oh my God. Tinkletit says, to everyone gifted a membership today, please remember to renew it 30 days from now. Thank you, Tinkletits, for telling them. I should tell you guys how many members we have now, shouldn't I? Thank you for doing that. Oh my goodness. You're amazing, Tinkletits. Thank you. Let me see. And as well as Wim, Ronan, and everybody else that gifted, we're at 900 members, guys. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much, Tinkletits. Thank you. I promise y'all I'm going to shout you guys out here when I get done. But I suggest you guys read. It's interesting to read some of Jeff's articles. Honestly, read some of Jeff's articles, what he wrote about Robert Tellis, and it's very telling. Like, he was just approaching this as an investigative reporter, and this is what got him killed. At least that's what we know of. But Robert Tellis was exposing a lot. Robert Tellis was upsetting people. Excuse me, not Robert Tellis. I'm sorry. Jeff was upsetting a lot of people, and he was exposing a lot as an investigative reporter. So he could very well have a lot of enemies. And this man is saying that he's been set up. I don't know if you got DNA under those nails. If he had DNA under those nails, yeah, I don't think he was set up. It is sad, right, Pixie? And it's interesting because his office went and was like, they're all together, and he died doing what he loved to do. But at the end of the day, it's a senseless death. But that is the death. Like, as somebody who's exposing things, it's crazy. It's like sad. It worries me for people that anybody exposes corruption and mobs and stuff like that. That's it. Thank you. Oh, well, that's good to know. Shout out to us. So basically, wants me to hold. I know I need to go back to it. I need to hold myself accountable. I'm not doing a good job at it, but that's just how it is. But anyways, guys, I do have to head out because I gotta go get the dinner started. We're having burgers tonight. Yay, burgers. But let me shout out. Okay, I gotta shout out you guys. Thank you so much, Tinkle Tits. I thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much, Tinkle Tits. Let me shout out Carlotta, Ray Bay, Mary Lee, thank you. Teresa, Oneida, thank you again. Tinkle Tits, Shell, thank you. Shrinking Sharon, thank you. Tinkle Tits again, thank you. Shrinking Sharon, who upgraded her membership, thank you, love. Tinkle, Nancy, thank you. He said, we might do some pole dancing afterwards, right? Tinkle Tits again, thank you. Wim, thank you, Wim, all the freaking time. Thank you so much for always supporting my channel. I appreciate you guys so much. Iron Rabbit, thank you so much. Last Ronin, thank you. Thank you, guys. You guys are amazing. Like, you guys gave super chats, and half of these people aren't even here, or excuse me, memberships, and half of them aren't even here. So thank you so much. Thank you, Ruby. Thank you. And Tinkletits again, thank you so much for that. You are amazing. I think we deserve a pole dance. This is for you guys. Cover your eyes. Cover your eyes because we're about to make it rain right now. It's about to get X-rated right now. Cover your eyes. But first of all, like I said, I'm very thankful for you guys because you guys know my channel has been suppressed for the last couple of weeks with the whole situation that happened, and I'm working my ass off to get it out of there and get it back where it needs to go. And it's hard, but we gonna make it work. I'm gonna again thank you. This one's for you guys again. Thank you for you. I love it. You guys love that. All right, guys. Again, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Rabbits out. Bye, guys. Thank you again. Bye-bye. I got to get a thumbnail for this video. Bye, guys.